Bright sunny day here in Wyoming, and I've got some garden work that I need to get done, so I wanted to do a quick review of this Earthwise 8.5 amp tiller cultivator. It's electric, that we got off of Amazon. It usually retails for between $120 and $140, but we were able to find it on sale for about $75, and when I checked it this morning it was on sale for just under $90, which is a good deal. Also, Amazon offered us a 4-year warranty on it for about $11, so that if this breaks and they're unable to fix it, then they're going to just go ahead and refund us the whole purchase price, which I think is amazing, because if this lasts 4 years, that's for the $80 we put into it, that's more than enough. For the last 10 years, we've been using this big old Craftsman in the back. It's gas powered, and it is quite large for somebody of my size to be pushing around. So unfortunately that works really good for breaking up sod or starting the garden for the year, but once the garden is up and going, it's absolutely impossible to get between the big plants without hurting them because it's too hard to maneuver. So we got this little thing. It's got an 11-inch tilling width, and it's a lot lighter. You can actually pick it up with your hands like this, lift it up off the ground to move it around if you need to. When we got the tiller, it came in a few different pieces. This whole section came as one piece, then the wheel assembly I had to put together, then this first handle and the second handle. Assembly took about 10 minutes. The assembly instructions are a little lacking. There's no actual verbal instructions, and if I followed these pictures right here, it was a little confusing. I was putting some of the pieces on the wrong handle, but if you look at just this big one, it shows you where the cord guides go on the individual handles. Before operating, we're going to raise the wheels up. I'm going to pull this safety pin, and I'm going to push the wheels past this little plastic piece that keeps the wheels up during operation. I have a kiddo back here holding this cord in such a way that it won't go over any of the plants as I go forward. To operate this tiller, we're going to push this button, then pull this lever, and it's going to go straight forward. So we're going to let it go forward at arm's length and then pull it back slowly to get a deeper till to pull up all of these weeds. We're left with a lot of uneven ground and even some hard cliffs, I would say, in the dirt. So in order just to keep it a little safe and to keep the dirt all even, I'll just give it a quick rake and I'm done. Another reason it's nice to have such a nice light tiller is I have this spot right here that I want to get tilled up before all of these plants take over right here, because they all started to vine this week. The thing is I can't bring the tiller up through there because the plants have closed the row right there. So I can just lift it into the position that I need it and go from there. When we're done using the tiller, you're going to want to use a soft brush, and actually use this one. It's got a little plastic scraper on the back to pull off any of the dirt clods and plant matter so that it doesn't harm the blades between uses. You can use a moist washcloth to clean up in here, but you want to make sure that you never hose this down with water. This case right here is already greased, and you don't have to mess with it for about 2 years. After about 2 years, you need to open it up and add some more grease, but there are instructions in the manual for that. Otherwise, unless it starts making noises and it seems like it needs greased early, you'll go ahead and leave this alone. So there's not a whole lot of maintenance when it comes to this machine. When you're done with your tiller for the season, you'll want to take an oil impregnated cloth and wipe down all these clean blades to keep them protected for the off season. Another thing that I really like about this model is because the handle is in 2 pieces, when you go to store it, you can actually loosen these nuts up and fold the handle in half so it takes up less space in your garage or shed, which is something that you cannot do with these big gas tillers. Overall, I'd give this tiller a 5 out of 5 star rating because it is cheap, lightweight, it tills very well, and it has very little maintenance involved. I don't have to worry about oil changes or filters or gas for this machine. I just plug it in and go.